Hi everyone, today we are going to be doing a nice little 15-minute flow that's going to have a little bit more strength in it so you can work your core a little bit more. Let's start off with our knees together and our feet tucked underneath us. And all we're going to do is take our elbows to the ground. And from here, I want you to place your hands strongly on the mat as if you were pulling yourself forward. So in this position, rather than having a rounded back, I want you to really try to lengthen through the shoulders. And already here, I can feel my core engaging. So pressing my hands down, thinking about pulling my body through, getting my spine in alignment rather than having it rounded. So engage your core, use your core as much as you can through today's workout. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose, and we're going to exhale through the nose. And what that's going to do is it's just going to build a little bit more strength and energy. Inhale and exhale. Firing up the abdominals, inhale and exhale. Great. Let's come up to all fours. Keep your knees nice and close together, but keep your hands underneath your shoulders. And from here, let's extend our right leg out. You can place your toes on the ground so you can really anchor in through this 3 tripod. So both hands, both knee, keep your toe on the ground, engage here. Let's lift our leg. From here, I want you to round your upper back and really press your heel using your stomach muscles to hold yourself up. The mistake a lot of people make is dropping through their low back, and then it becomes all about the glutes and the hamstrings. But I want you to think about using your core. Pull yourself up, turn your toes up and in, engage your stomach muscles, hold here. Good, and lower down. Replace your right knee to the ground and extend your left leg up. Again, lift up through the abdominal wall, rib cage, hold. Press your hands down as you pull your stomach up. Hold, hold, hold. Great, and lower. This time, let's tuck both toes, engage our stomach muscles, lift your knees up and push your hips down. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Fire the stomach muscles, inhale and exhale. Let's lift ourselves up and back to downward facing dog. My feet are together. Keep your heels down, toes turned in. From here, I want you to slowly walk your hands back to your feet, nice and slow. Weight your heels, push your sit bones back, lengthen through the hamstrings. Keep those stomach muscles engaged, bend your knees, and slowly walk yourself out to plank, full plank. Squeeze your inner thighs, engage here, hold. Bend your knees, but don't let them touch the ground. Think about pulling your knees up to your belly button, but then hips, think about dropping them down to the ground. And straighten your legs, and walk your hands back. Taking the weight off your wrists, lengthen through the sit bones, the hamstrings. And lower yourself out again, walking out to plank. This time, let's take our feet wide. So you can step your feet nice and wide on the mat. Engage your stomach muscles. I'm only going to lower just my right knee, but it's not touching the mat. Push away from the hands. Drive the knee up to the hip, but the hip down to the knee. Hold. Strengthen and lengthen your right leg. Drop your left. Hold. Good, and straighten. This time, walk back with your feet nice and wide. Lengthen through your hand or your sit bones. Hands are on the ground. And let's walk our feet back to center. Nice and slow. Walk yourself back out to plank. Lower your knees, untuck your toes. From here, I want you to squeeze your inner thighs. Pull your shoulders up and underneath you, turning the eyes of your elbows forward. We're going to lower down with a little bit of a tricep push-up, but I'm going to add in an additional little core strengthening exercise only if you'd like to try. So level 1, I'm going to stay here. Lower myself down, press up, nice and slow. Lower yourself down, press up, strengthening the triceps, but also really engaging the core. Lower down, press up. Those of you that would like to try the next level, let's lower down, tuck your toes, hold, untuck, lift, press. Remember, you don't have to. Let's go again. Lower, untuck, lift, drop, press. Whew, that's hard. We'll do one more there. Lower down, tuck, lift, drop. Great. Sitting back in child's pose wherever you are. Release your hands. Take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Okay, let's slowly come up to all fours. Tuck your toes and drop into downward facing dog. From here, I want you to use your stomach muscles to slowly walk your feet up to your hands. The goal, week after week, would be to see if you can keep your wrists on the ground the whole time, even if it means a little bit of a duck walk up. Let's take our fists and measure our feet so our legs are hip width apart, nice and strong, and then we'll release back into chair pose. From here, I want you to notice, tuck your pubic bone up and under, lengthen through your spine. Weight your heels. Engage your stomach muscles and hold here in a little bit of a squat, strengthening your quads, your hamstrings, and your glutes. We're going to practice transferring weight and engaging our core muscles. So I'm going to transfer my weight to my left foot, and then I'm going to lift up my right knee, holding. Good, let's lower down, back into squat, nice and slow. Again, notice, did I lose this? If so, tuck, hold. Transfer your weight to your right foot, lift up, hold, and drop down. Engage that core. Transfer your weight to your left foot, lift up, hold, drop down nice and slow. Great, last one, transfer, and lift, and lower down. Let's hold it here. You can keep with that. If you'd like to go to the next level to challenge yourself a little bit more, I'm going to add on. So let's transfer, let's lift. Let's take it back to airplane, but push your heel back, lengthen back, hold. Tuck through your stomach muscle, back up, and drop back down. Again, up, transfer, lift, drop back, come back through, and drop down. Let's do one more round like that. Great work. Forward fold. Let everything go. Grab onto your elbows. Now give yourself a little bit of a swing side to side. Let's plant our hands and hop back to plank. Push yourself up and back to downward facing dog. Press your left heel down to the mat And all I want you to do is take your right leg up. But rather than opening your hip, let's take it straight. Let's focus on the stretching in the left calf and the left hamstring. From here, I want you to take your right leg, bend it. We're going to step it through to runner's lunge. Step it up into this nice runner's lunge. Hold here. Let's change our weight and push through that front foot and straighten this front leg. So hips are squared, front leg is straight. Hold here. This back foot, you might want to step it up so you feel nice and stable. Sometimes I even like to turn my left toe out a little bit. And from here, I want to take my ribs, pull them back, lengthen through my low back. So I want to think about keeping my back straight, getting a nice stretch through my right hamstring. Hold here. You can place your hands on your shins. Those of you that have a super strong core and low back, you can take your hands out, pressing them out, lengthening. You choose your level. And lower down. Step back to runner's lunge. Downward facing dog. Just nice and basic. I like to just really focus on stretching my body, aligning my body. Bring your right foot in. Press your right heel down, getting a good stretch through your calf muscle and your right hamstring. If that feels good, you can stay there as long as you like. Bend your left knee. Good, and step it through for runner's lunge. Good, hold it here. Change where you press your weight into your front foot. Slowly come on up. Straighten this left leg. Ooh. Square off your hips. And forward fold. Ribs backing in. Hold. You can place your hands on your shins for level 1. If you'd like to, use your core muscles. Keep yourself elevated and lifted. You can press your hands out in front of you. Hold here. Amazing. Lower down. Runner's lunge. And downward facing dog. Let's lower to our knees. Lower to your elbows. Keep your hands nice and flat. Keep your shoulders and chest open. We're going to take ourselves to a couple different variations of plank. We're going to start off from the knees, bending the heels in. From here, I really want you to think about pulling your elbows towards your knees and then pulling your knees towards your elbows, like you're getting a crunch pulling inward. This is an isometric contraction where your muscles are working, but they're not changing length. Hold here. Great. From there, lower your toes, still keep the contraction, but now lift your knees and hold. Whoo, feeling that. Drop the knees, lift the heels, keep the contraction, pull. So now I'm holding plank still, engaging the muscle still, pulling my knees towards my elbows. Drop the toes, lift the knees, hold. Oh, it's getting hard. One last one. Drop the knees, heels, elbows, pull. Great. Drop the toes, lift the knees, hold here. Awesome. Drop your hips. Let everything go. Just take a rest. Rest your forehead on your fists and rock your heels side to side. Just as important as the front body is the back body. Let's take our arms underneath our shoulders, keeping your chin dropped in. I want you to Try not to squeeze your glutes, try not to squeeze your hamstrings, and just lift through the low back. My hands are really light, engaging your erector spinae, your low back muscles. Hold here. From here, you can, if you like, lift your toes, squeeze your glutes and hamstrings now. And from there, you can extend your right arm out. Prop your fingertips up. Other fingers, extend them out. Great, and then circle your arms to the side. Pull yourself up, lower your legs. Relax your glutes, make the low back do the work. Great, take the arms out in front. Lift the legs again. Pull those arms back in by your side. Hold. Drop the legs. Lower down. We'll go through one more time. If you're using the right muscles, you should really feel this. Lifting, legs up. Let's extend our left arm this time. Right arm. Arms to the side. Lower the legs. Good. Take the arms out in front. Lift the legs. And pull the arms back in. Lower the legs. And rest. Great job, everyone. Let's push ourselves up to all fours. Take a moment here and just drop your belly, lift your eyes. Round through your upper back. Again, drop your belly, lift your eyes. Round through your upper back. Good, and one last one, round. And lift. Great, coming to a neutral spine. Let's take a moment here just to kind of stretch out our forearms. So rest your hands down. Kind of give yourself a little stretch to the forearms. Okay, you can even turn your wrists. And sitting back onto your heels, opening up through your chest, pulling your shoulders back and down. Great, thank you. I hope that was a little extra core challenge for you today.